WMK spring gets off to a stormy start as 3 tornadoes from Sunday's storms are now confirmed, where officials say it was impacted as we brace for more severe weather this week. That's what we're going to be talking about here, everybody, coming up shortly. That storm report from Sunday, but we got a lot more other weather to tell you about, too.
I mean, Matt, is going to just be a broken record today, tomorrow, into Wednesday, because we have more severe weather on the way, Matt, and honestly, we're concerned about the rain that's going to follow that severe weather just as much.
That's exactly right, Jim. Yeah, the timeline that's creating this weather pattern, we are expecting just pretty much a stormy setup for Wednesday evening, and then past Wednesday and all throughout our next upcoming days is going to be just a steady amount of rain showers leading to some flooding. But right now we have a nice weather forecast ahead for our Tuesday. Temperatures are chilly starting off our morning, 39 degrees across downtown Louisville. The rest of us in between those 30s and lower 40s. We're at 36 Bowman Field, 38 in Shepherdsville, a bit cooler in southern Indiana, 31 near Sellersburg, 29 for you guys near Bedford, 40 degrees for you folks there near Hodgenville. Our next weather system shaping up across the Dakotas. That's what's going to be arriving towards us as we head into our Wednesday evening. But for now, as I mentioned, a mostly quiet start to our day. A few of these small lingering clouds across portions of the state, but otherwise we are going to have plenty of sunshine ahead for our afternoon. But here's the big setup. The flood watch is in place until Sunday morning at 8 a.m. That's because we're expecting a steady amount of rainfall to arrive Wednesday evening, and once it arrives here, it will be lasting until Sunday morning. So a very rainy pattern ahead for us here in Kentucky. That's why we are declaring Wednesday a weather impact alert day, and it is going to impact us with those severe thunderstorms that could bring in some damaging winds along with some brief spin-up tornadoes. So you want to make sure that you have all ways of receiving severe weather alerts by downloading the free WHAS11 app. Quick look at your traffic details this morning, though. We are still good to go on those roadways. North, south, east, west, no matter which interstate you're planning on taking this morning or in the next few minutes, you're good to go. If anything changes, we'll let you know.
Matt, thank you. Let's take a look now at some of the damage from Sunday's storms across Kentucky. And this is in Fairdale here in Jefferson County, which is one of the areas where the National Weather Service confirmed a tornado. Trees were uprooted and toppled onto cars and roads. We're told winds in the area reached up to 90 miles an hour. The NWS has confirmed 3 tornado touchdowns in our area so far.
The others were in Spencer County and one in Meade County along the Bullitt County line. WHAS 11's Alex Dieter and photojournalist Levi Hammer went south to try to speak with residents as they were cleaning up.
Chainsaws revving and sawdust flying.
We got a big old tree we're trying to cut up and clear a hole so they can get out of their driveway.
Sounds of cleanup underway after a confirmed EF1 tornado touched down in Bullitt County. 2 trees uprooted, branches littered in a yard blocking a home's driveway. The back window of a car shattered from the storm.
We was just helping them clean up.
Total strangers lending their chainsaws, tractor, and helping hands.
We was driving by looking at the damage and seeing the neighbors that can't get out of their driveway, so we went and got chainsaws and come to give them a hand, see if we can get them out.
Doug Ferguson lives 1 mile up the road from this home in Shepherdsville.
Drive by and honk and wave every now and then.
Ferguson and his son saw Nicole Skeeter Hayes, the homeowner, outside and knew they had to help someone they'd never met before.
We never would have been able to get out without their help. They've been absolutely incredible, and yeah, I've never met them before.
Skeeter Hayes, her husband, and their 11 cats were home, taking shelter in the bathroom when the tornado ripped through.
Like, we could just hear everything falling around us, and it was louder than anything I've ever heard. We didn't get hurt. The cats are okay. The house is okay.
Just down the road, a barn on Beech Grove Road ripped in half by the tornado. We're told that a shed that used to sit right here where this pile of rubble is was swept up by the tornado and thrown into the middle of the barn.
Thank goodness nobody was hurt. It could have been worse.
Marty Stamper's stepson bought this barn a few years ago.
He actually used to go past this house on a school bus, and he told some of his buddies, he said, I'm going to own that one day.
Now friends and family are picking up what's left behind.
You know, everybody was helping pitch in. So you know who your friends are when things like this happen.
Saying he's grateful no one was hurt, including the horses who were in the stable, untouched by the tornado, and now left taking in all the debris around them.
All this stuff can be redone, which, you know, so we're blessed with that for sure.
Friends, family, and strangers
Never too busy to stop and help.
lending a hand and helping their neighbors where they can. In Bullitt County, Alex Dieterer, WHAS 11 on your side.
The National Weather Service says a survey team in Bullitt County found wind speeds reached up to 105 miles per hour during the tornado. Mayor Craig Greenberg is expected to speak about the severe weather impacts here in Louisville later this morning at 10. We'll bring you those updates on WHAS 11 News at noon, on WHAS11.com, and in our news app.
This morning, an investigation is underway in Nelson County after a man was found dead in his car, submerged in a pond. Emergency crews say that they responded to a call from Chaplain Road just outside of Bloomfield around 11:30 on Sunday night. That caller told them that they could see taillights coming from underneath the water. Officials were able to get that car out of the pond, and they found 72-year-old Gregory Phipps of Bardstown dead inside. They believe he experienced a medical emergency before the crash, and they're working to determine exactly what it may have been. Officials also say weather conditions were very rainy and windy at the time, but they haven't confirmed whether or not that's played a role.
I live by 3 words, 1 creed: duty, honor, Kentucky.
State Rep Pamela Stevenson has launched her campaign for the Senate. The Louisville Democrat released her first social media ad as part of her push to replace Kentucky Senator Mitch McConnell. Last month, McConnell announced he wouldn't seek re-election next year, opening his seat for the first time in decades. In the ad, Stevenson touches on her West Louisville roots and military experience. As of now, only she and former Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron have officially announced Senate runs.